Hi everyone, I'm Hayley. I'm always in the craft room, but you can't always find me behind the piles of fabric. I know. We need to plan to use some of it up. I've got a large cup of coffee. I've got a notepad, but even though I had planned to leave it here and sort through, I think the first thing we're going to have to do is move this out the way because it's overwhelming me. Wait there. That feels much better, doesn't it? If only clearing down the stash were that easy. Right, I've got my iPad here because it has all of my patterns catalogued on it. So if we need to look up a pattern, we can check. I've got Britain's bluntest pencil. I mean, how can I even call myself a crafter if I can't lay my hands on a friction pen? Where do they all go? Right. How we're going to do this, we're going to think about a day in my life. We're going to plan the perfect outfit. We're going to think if I've already got it in the wardrobe. Spoiler alert, the answer is no. And then we're going to plan some fabric and patterns. We're doing it. Right. And at the top, I'm going to write autumn. So let's think about an average day or week in my life. And don't worry, I'm going to edit out all the slurping noise. So most days, most weeks, I am just living my best work from home life, which means sweatpants. My job doesn't involve much collaboration. I do maybe 3 or 4 video calls a year. So I don't need to look smart for work. The name of the game is comfort. That said, every day I do school pickup. I'm very friendly with all the mums in the playground. Sometimes I need to nip into the office to pay for a school trip or chat to the teacher. So I want to look nice. I do. I want to be able to be at home and comfortable and then in the same outfit without having to get changed, run out and feel good. It's not much to ask, is it? Exceptionally comfortable, but looking great. I mean, it's the holy grail, but we're going to try. We can but try. So, tracksuit bottoms. I wear them out. I have some. They have seen far better days. They've seen better years. I would like to replace my navy pair, and I have so many navy fabrics. I don't even know how we're going to do this. This pile is knit. This pile is wovens. And in here I really want navy ones. So let's just pull out all the navy sweatshirt type fabrics while I tell you about patterns. So I have 2 tracksuit bottom patterns. One is the paper cut anima pant. The other is the swim style Carla loungewear pant. I have those in a dark grey and I love them, but we live in the countryside. My kids' school, we live in a tiny hamlet, so we have to go to the next village along for the school, and we just park down a country lane. There's no pavement because it's a tiny village school right on the edge of said village. So wide leg, long trousers that are hemmed to wear with shoes are not great for the school run because I get out of the car onto like muddy mud. Is it going to be one of these videos, you guys? I can't be wearing trousers that drag on the floor to school pickup, okay? So while I love the Carla loungewear pants and I wear them all the time at home, my clown version and my normal version, I would run an errand in them like on a dry day in trainers, and then there's somewhere else you can park that does have a pavement. But for day to day, I don't need any more. 2 pairs is plenty when they're not great for my wintry lifestyle. The paper cut anima pants. I made these. I made a grey pair, which has bobbled terribly. Awful, unwearable at the house. So do wear them at home. And I also made a really bright pair in teal animal print. I know. And I thought that I didn't like them. But then I took them in a bit and I liked them a lot more. My kids wore cloth nappies, and in the size that I made, I've realised that's what they were giving me. They were giving me massive cloth nappy vibes because there was so much fabric around the waist and the bum, and then my little ankles with a cuff, and it, yeah. When I took them in, I liked them a lot more, but I still thought, oh, I'm not making these again. They're like not the trouser for me. I'll have to do loads of fitting. Well, light bulb moment the other day. Maybe I should just size down. I know. So we're going to try some Anima pants, 1 or 2 sizes smaller. So the pair I have, I took out probably 1.5 centimeters on the double and 2 centimeters on the double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think that's 7 centimeters around. 3 plus 4. I'm going to look at that pair, compare it to the pattern that I've got cut out, and go down either 1 or 2 sizes on those to end up with a better fit. And I think they're very similar to the ready-to-wear ones that I'm trying to replace. So if I get the sizing right, they should be good. I've got 3 contenders here for fabric, all quite similar. This one's a fleeced back ponte, I would say. This one is a French terry, and this one is just a knit. Actually, that's too thin, is it? Anyway, I've got these 3 cuts all in varying lengths, and wait for it, there's more navy stuff we need, so I'm not going to allocate a fabric because it depends how much we need for the next thing I like to wear when I'm working from home, which is a jumpsuit. I love a jumpsuit. So comfortable, so easy. You just don't have to think about what top goes with what bottoms. It's literally just one and done. I love them. And I've been thinking about making one from a nice soft jersey. I will insert a picture, if I can find it, of the ready-to-wear inspiration for this. I really, really want a jumpsuit with a zip down the front, made from like a sweatshirting in, of course, navy blue. And for ages, I was trying to work out how to alter my République du Chiffon Dominique jumpsuit pattern to have a zip at the front. Now, we all know I'm not great with zips. I'm not great when I don't have instructions to follow, but also I hate buying new patterns. I hate paying for them. I hate downloading them. I hate printing them. I hate taping them. I hate cutting them out. I hate doing all the alterations I have to do to every pattern. If I can get away with not buying one, I will. Anyway, this has been simmering for a long time. Ultimately, it's kind of beyond my skill set, and also it doesn't have sleeves, and there's the whole collar stitch. It's complicated. But the other night, I had a brainwave. Does anyone remember the half-zip sweater I made? It is this. It's the French Navy Roscoe. It's great, isn't it? I love this. I wear it so much. Anyway, it suddenly occurred to me that this has a zip in the front. And here there is a seam line. So the zip ends at a seam across here. Now, couldn't I use this as the top half of the pattern? Because it's got the sleeves like I want, it's got the collar that I want, it's got a zip, and just split this front piece, add seam allowances, and then I've got instructions of how to do a zip so that the bottom looks like that, Isn't that neat with the zipper stop? Just lined up, it looks so good. How to make the top corners all perfect. All I need to do is split this, add the seam allowance and extend the facing, right? I'll show you the inside of this zip installation. It's so neat. I can't particularly remember how I did it, but that's the joy of a pattern with good instructions, isn't it? Follow the instructions step by step. I've made this twice and it came out great both times. So facing all the way down the front and into the waist seam. Now, I will say, I only think that this harebrained scheme is going to work because, well, firstly, I'm kind of arrogant and yeah, just that. Secondly, I have very narrow hips compared to my waist. So if I extend the zip down to there, I will be able to get in and out of it without the zip going any further. Because what I can't fathom is the zip going into the crotch seam as like a kind of fly. That's nope. If I'm going to follow these instructions, it needs to finish at the waist. And honestly, I think in the inspiration picture, which I haven't seen for a while, but you have because I've just put it up, I think that will work. Bottoms wise, I could do the anima or the swim style collar. Options. I think the anima is truer to the inspiration and it also solves the trouser hems dragging in a muddy puddle problem. So if we do the anima trousers first, see if we like them and like the fit, then second up we could do the, what are we going to call it? It's a Roscoe anima jumpsuit hack, also in navy blue. Now I think the only one, I don't know how much of this, would French terry be nice for that? I think it might be. Oh, I've got loads of that. Loads. Because this I bought, this fleece-backed one, with the intention of making one pair of animas and one pair of collars. So I've got quite a lot of it. But with it being so fleecy, all in one, especially with cuffed bottoms and very little air movement, I think that might be less of a jumpsuit, more of a sweatsuit. I think if we can get it out the French terry, I think French terry would be nice. Right, we're going to do that. So I'll make the animas, the test animas out of this one with the fleece, and then we'll move on to the French terry if that is successful. I like it. Okay, so work from home days, got jumpsuits, tracksuits. The other thing I really like to wear actually is a sweater dress. I swear I didn't plan this, but honestly, I really want one in navy. I have two current sweater dresses. I will insert pictures of them. One is actually from the teal animal print fabric that the anima pants are from, and I don't like it. I didn't like the pattern as in the sewing pattern, but also I didn't like the fact that it was, I've got to stop saying pattern to mean the sewing pattern and the pattern on the fabric. The print, it's not a print though because it's like a jacquard, it's kind of woven in. What would you call that then if it's, anyway, you know what I mean. It's too loud. It's just too loud for all over. You know what I should probably do with that is cut it down into a sweater length to wear as a loungewear set with the other ones, because I don't wear it at the house. The only occasion I've worn it a few times actually is coming home from the swimming pool when I want one piece and done to throw on. I'm going to put that on the maybes list as a refashion. Poppy dress to sweatshirt. The other jumper dress I have is an October pattern, a raglan sleeve sweater dress, and I love that pattern. I don't like the dress, and again, it's because it's in a crazy, loud, busy pattern. Again, that is actually woven in. I made those two because I had a couple of ready-to-wear sweater dresses from Uniqlo for the last about 10 years, and I wore them to death. I wore them all the time. I loved them. They were comfortable. They felt stylish enough. But now looking back, what I've realised is they were both of them in solid colours. So that's what I need. I need a solid colour sweater dress. You know it's going to be navy. And I think we're going to go with the October pattern because, yeah, I just didn't like the poppy, basically. So October raglan sweater dress. This pencil is so blunt. And I think, well, this, I don't know if that would be thick enough. It's time to check the stash. Oh, ooh. I said navy, but how about teal? We all know I love a bit of teal. So I bought this fabric. This is, it's not, I wouldn't even call this fleece backed. Is it minky backed? Look at that. It's so soft and fluffy. It's almost faux fur. And I bought this to make a sweater to wear with the Anima pants. But having worn the Anima pants for a while, I don't know why I call them Anima, the Anima pants, I've realised they're kind of hot to wear, and a jumper made from this, I'll be boiling. But a sweater dress made from this, where there's more airflow up and down with a pair of navy leggings. Love it. How much have I got? Is that a metre or is it a metre and a half? Let's get the tape measure out. Oh, it's a metre and a half. Okay, I can squeeze a sweater dress out of a metre and a half. I only want it short because, oh no. Tape measure in the coffee. You know what I'm going to do, so look away if you don't like it. Ugh. Right, sorry. Can't remember what I was saying. I'm sure it was not very important. Oh yeah, I can get it out of a metre and a half because I just like sweater dresses pretty short. I'm so pleased to have thought of a use for this because it's so soft, it's so lovely, and you know what else? It's so bulky. It's so bulky. So our first three plans, all the fabrics I've decided on, I'm going to pop on the floor. So that one, the French terry, and the teal one. This one is still TBD. Okay. The other thing I might wear working from home, if I can make it fit nice and be comfortable, is a pair of cargo pants. Now, I know they say if you were around for a trend the first time, you shouldn't wear it a second time, but age is just a number. I'm not listening to that kind of negativity. I want some cargo pants. Yeah, I had some in the 90s. I'm not going to lie. I wish I'd never thrown them out. And I've got a pattern in mind that I'm just going to search for quickly on here. Cargo. So it's Vogue 8584. It's, as far as I know, pretty old pattern, but I think they could be a good option. Let me just check what kind of fabric they recommend. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Lightweight double knit, cotton knit, lightweight broadcloth, and lightweight twill. So knit or woven. The overriding word that I'm getting from that is lightweight. Lightweight. So we can do either pair. What do we fancy for some cargo pants? You'll be surprised, but my first pick is navy. That could be quite nice. I am quite surprised they've said lightweight. I was thinking more of a canvasy type. This is a sandwashed twill. That's the word I was looking for. I think it's a Cupro or a Tencel. I was saving this really to make a Dominique jumpsuit in plain navy. But you know what? Now I've made one this summer in denim. I'm not sure. Options. What else have we got in here that's a lightweight? Oh, this is too lightweight. This is a lightweight viscose. No, that's a summer fabric. That would be bonkers for cargo pants, wouldn't it? Yes, Hayley, it would. Oh, hang on. We've got some more. We've got some more navy options. Maybe this is the Sandwashed twill I was thinking of. What's this then? You see why we need to sew down this stash. Let's have a look. I have my fabric stash listed on here as well. So where are we going? Fabric, woven. Obviously it's organised by colour, but you know, the navies do all blend into one. So what is this? I've got a navy lyocell tencel and a navy sandwash tencel. And I can tell the difference because I've got 4 meters of one and only 2 of the other. So yes, this is the sandwashed one. This is a lyocell tencel. I mean, honestly, either would work for cargo pants, but I think this thicker one would be better. I do. Yeah, that's more of a summer weight. So that's one option. I've also got a navy peach skin. I bought this to use as lining, and I was in a Joanne Fabrics in America on holiday, and what I really wanted was navy rayon Bemberg, and they didn't have any, and I just got talked into buying a navy peach skin, which is way too thick for lining, but I didn't really want to wear polyester peach skin as an outer. We're just going to put that back in the stash. Right, I think it's this one. I do think these will be low down the list because they're a want more than a need, and I'm not sure how much I'd wear them, but it would be a nice alternative to jeans, I think. I never wear jeans if I'm home all day because they're just too uncomfortable to me. But you know, now I'm learning to actually fit trousers properly. They're not as uncomfortable as they used to be, so maybe. Right, that's a summery one. Oh God, I'm going to start a new pile of summer fabrics that we're like ruling out. Okay. So I think that'll see me right for working from home, except actually we need some tops, don't we? I've done all the bottoms, but we need some tops. I just think a nice soft t-shirt. Let's have a look in the jersey stash. Love this so much. I bought it on holiday in Amsterdam, but that is summer to a T. Plain pink. I feel like that would be better with a print. I think we want print. Ooh. We've got a few options. I think that one I would like to be a short sleeve top, more for spring. This one, I love this one, but will it be too heavy with navy trousers? I'm going to stand up and without hitting the mic, Hayley, hold this up and see how it looks with navy trousers. Too dark, too heavy, or actually quite nice? Can't really see my legs, can you? I think I'll know when I watch it back. I was thinking about a spring summer knit dress with that. It's a possible. This one I definitely want to get made up. I've talked about it. It's already been in the plans video. And yeah, definitely want to get that made up into just a long sleeve t-shirt. This one I think is summery. That was also from Amsterdam. This is the softest French terry I've ever known. I love it. I obviously do wish the stripe was navy, I'm not going to lie. But still, it's a pale grey. It's coming up darker on the screen, but it is pretty pale. And I really like it. And it's been in the stash years. 6 years. I need to do something with it. And maybe that would look quite nice with cargo trousers. Ooh. Oh, I've stopped making the list. Oh dear. Back in the day, I had it earmarked for a Mandy boat tee. It's quite a loose fit through the body, and I don't know if I want a closer fit if I'm wearing it with cargo pants. But I do like the drop shoulders on the Mandy. I've never made it, but I've got the pattern. So it's either a Mandy or an Idlewild, I think. I'll be glad to get that made up. So soft, so lovely, so bulky. Yay. Right, so we do also have this. I think this is one of those fabrics I got a bit swept up in. Everyone else was doing it and I thought it was cool. And don't get me wrong, it is cool. It's faces. The problem is not that it isn't cool. The problem is that I'm not cool. I don't think I can pull that off. I was thinking a sweater dress with it. But I would want it to be one with satin sleeves, not raglan sleeves, so it didn't break up the faces. I do have another October pattern that would do a sweater dress with satin sleeves. Maybe I should just use it up and get it done. And maybe it'll be one of those that I do fall in love with. However, I was just saying I don't like pattern sweater dresses. I do feel it's a print that's really of its time. And if I don't use it up soon, I'll just think it's dated. Look, what's the worst that can happen? It's only fabric. If it gets used, it's fulfilling its purpose. We're doing the other October pattern with satin sleeves. And I'm going to make a sweater dress. And if I don't like it as a sweater dress, we're going to cut the bottom off, make it a sweater, and I can wear it with anima pants or cargo pants. Yes, being decisive. Okay. I think that'll do for working from home. What else do I do with my life? So every so often I do call into the office, say hello to people. And I also only work 4 days a week. So I am a parent helper down at school. So for those days, I would like something a bit smarter. It doesn't need to be like businessy, but just not like sweatpants. And do you know the dress that I always love wearing for that kind of thing is an October pattern again, the tunic that featured in my very first Friday sews. I have not watched that video in a long time because I'm sure the cringe factor is high, but it actually got a really positive reaction. So thank you so much. And I reach for that all the time. It's a loose tunic shirt and it's so perfectly kind of crosses that line. No, melds the line, blurs the line. It feels smart, but it feels very comfy. So I would like another one of those. Let's have a look. Nope. Oh, this is a gorgeous kind of rusty coloured animal print. Satin or sateen, I never know the difference. Shiny fabric. And I bought it to make a skirt from it. And then I twirled the skirt in a remnant of my Dominique jumpsuit. Loved it. But it's so similar to this. It's not only a black kind of abstract animal print in the same scale, but it's also all different shades of brown. So even though this is kind of a rusty red, I just feel it would be quite redundant to have two of the exact same skirts in such similar fabrics. But I think this would make a lovely tunic top. And the original pattern, even though in that video I made it in a needle cord, the pattern is actually for flowy viscoses, so it is meant for something with drape. I made one years ago to recreate a Dorothy Perkins shirt dress tunic that I had. And I made that that was in a satin, a grey satin. And I made that one from polyester that was almost chiffon weight. It was very lightweight and it draped really nicely. The other thing that I did with that is I sewed ties into the side seam so that I could pull it in at the back, and the back does have a little pleat, so that gave the back a lovely flowy drape. I think that would be really nice and really wearable. My issue with satin is that I always feel a bit dressed up in it. I don't want to feel evening-y. And I think that juxtaposition of like utilitarian tunic, shirt dress type thing with a fancy fabric could be very versatile. You know the next question, do we have enough fabric? Oh yeah, I might have to shorten the sleeves a bit. What did I get? I do remember it was expensive. Maybe I've only got a metre. I got that last one out of a metre. There was a bit of pattern Tetris. If you want to laugh and you want to hear the whole story, go and watch that video. But yeah, I would love that. So Otto, I think it's called Autumn Palette. Anyway, Otto tunic in what we're calling that rust animal. Any other kind of smart things that I need? Don't think so. What between the October one, that one, and a few other bits and pieces I've got, I think I'm all set for that. So what else do I do in a given week? Not every week, but I go out for dinner with the girls. I've worn this once. And I also have a little, you can tell this sleeve is annoying me. I have a little circuit in the village where we take turns hosting each other on a Friday night, not every Friday, but once a month, and have like girly drinks and a chat. So something nice to wear out to dinner or around somebody's house. Oh, I've just remembered another idea I had for this. Oh no, I was thinking the Vogue wrap top that I just made from the Vogue wrap dress pattern, I think it's 8784. I keep looking over there because I've got some clothes hanging there that I've been talking about on vlogs recently, but it's not there. Wouldn't that be nice with long like bishop sleeves? Although if I've only got a metre, I've probably not got enough for a bishop sleeve, have I? That would be lovely as a wrap top though, with black jeans. Oh, I'm torn. Have I got anything similar? Actually, that would be quite nice as a wrap top. This is a mystery fabric. I got it from a jobber and I have no idea what the content is. It kind of feels polyestery, but also too cold to the touch. Like it has got some viscose content, I'm not sure, but it's got little hearts on it and animal prints, and it's black, red and pink. I think that would make a really cute wrap top. I do. Yeah, I don't think I'd like it in this scale for a tunic top. I mean, I say that the scale's pretty similar. I think this would be better as a tunic. This would be better as a wrap top. And also, actually, this has got a bit more structure to hold those pleats. And I've got some black jeans that would look lovely with. Right. So, what are we calling that? Black, white, pink, animal heart print. And we're doing Vogue, I'm sure it's 8784, wrap top. Love it. Okay, so we're going out for dinner, we're going around some people's houses. This fabric, this fabric is super special to me. When I hold it up, you'll know instantly from where it was purchased. Yes, I got it in Paris, in the fabric district beneath Sacré-Cœur, in one of the coupon shops. I was on a trip with the girls, such happy memories. I love it. I haven't found something to make with it for a couple of reasons. First, can you see it's quite sheer? I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you can see Eiffel Towers through Eiffel Towers, and that kind of stresses me out. Not so much for the see-throughiness if I made a blouse out of it, because I could wear a cami under it or I could line it or whatever. It worries me with the seam finishing. You know, like here, through this top, I'm sure you can see the shadow of a white seam, which I don't love that, not going to lie, but it doesn't bother me. But it would bother me if there was a little leg of Eiffel Tower there. Do you know what I mean? Also, this is the top I talked about recently in my summer makes video, and I'm trying it tucked in. Let me know what you think. I have a feeling it looks bonkers, but just wanted to give it a try. The other reason is I've not got any blouse patterns I love. I have McCall's blouse pattern that I've made a couple of times, and both blouses have the same issue. Maybe you can help me with it. So it has like a collar stand, a notched collar, placket, and then what I'm trying to say is there aren't buttons all the way down the front. It has a collar, but not a collar, like a neckline. A notched collar, is that the word? I'll put in a picture of the pattern so that you can get the idea. My issue is thus. On both versions, it flops about and it drives me mad. Now, I did interface the placket, the collar. I don't know whether I interfaced both sides or one side. Tell me if that's important. My question is, should I have interfaced this whole area before I cut into it? Is that why it's flopping, because the fabric can't support it? Or is that just something that's inherent in those kind of tops? There's nothing I can do about it. Is it because I made it from quite a drapey viscose and the other time quite a flimsy, very staticky polyester? Let me know if you know. I would love to solve that. I also have a Vogue pattern that's fairly similar, but that does have buttons all the way down the front, and I don't wear that blouse that much because when I tuck it in, the button band wants to stick out and that drives me mad. I'm forever like knocking it back in, tucking it back in. And I don't love that pattern enough to fuss about with making it a cut and the fold front with the placket, and honestly, presumably that would have the same problem. I have probably 1.5 meters of this. Do you know of a blouse pattern that would suit this kind of, I don't even know what you call it, it's almost a chiffon? Suggestions below if you can think of something that would showcase this beautiful print, because I would love to get it made up into something sooner rather than later, because we went to Paris in 2016. It needs using up, but for now it's going back in the stash. Okay, I'm going to check my diary and just see if there's any events coming up that I haven't thought of. As far as I know, we don't need any evening wear this autumn. We haven't got any weddings on. Just in case you thought I had an interesting life, I'm literally reading this and it's like, dental hygienist. Kids' dentist appointment. Apparently we're very into our oral hygiene. And we've literally got nothing else planned. We've got a weekend away in Wales, but I don't think I need anything special for that. Oh, we haven't thought of outerwear though, have we? We have two, this whole thing is collapsed. We have 2 pieces of fabric in here that were intended for outerwear. Well, I say 2. It's 4 because we need lining. We have this pink wool mix and this lining. How good a colour match is that? I was so thrilled when I tracked this down. There to make a butterick waterfall coat. It's not a high priority, I've got to say. For warm wool coats, I'm pretty well set. Oh, I'm in a knot. There is something I'm short of, and that is casual short, like jacket, like not a full-on overcoat. Picking the kids up, it'll be quite warm in the car, but I'm going to be standing in the playground maybe 10 minutes, so perhaps I do need a little something, and that's where this comes in. So this is a Linton Tweed. I know, get me. I called in to their factory shop on our way to Scotland once for New Year. I think, is it in Carlisle? It's somewhere very, very far in the north of England, but not quite in Scotland. And yeah, we went. I fell in love. And they do pre-cut pieces of fabric, of which this is clearly one. It's black with a silver stripe. I love it. I've never known what to make with it. I had the idea to turn it into a gilet, body warmer, vest, depending on what you like to call it, a sleeveless short coat. I've only got a metre, but I think I can do it. And I bought this to line it with, which is a super, super, super soft faux fur. I think this might be one of those things that's not to everyone's taste, but I'm loving it. There's a couple of things putting me off. The first one is I cannot find a pattern that recommends faux fur, so has instructions for dealing with faux fur, that has a zip at the front. And I don't know why, but I've just got it in my head that this needs a zip at the front. I'm not great at zips anyway. A zip next to faux fur, that's just a tooth-catching nightmare, isn't it? I'm thinking ribbons, a nice wide, like grosgrain ribbon. To stop the teeth eating it, but you could only do that on one side. Oh, or you could kind of face that bit. I don't know. It needs a lot of thought. Basically, it needs a lot of thought. I have, however, cut out a pattern that I think will work for this. And it's again an October pattern. It's for a windbreaker. I've removed the sleeves and I'll just fuss with the armhole a bit. It's made for like a puffer fabric. So I think it will be sized right for something with a bit of bulk like this faux fur. This will be the lining, that will be the outer. And I've done all the alterations to the pattern for my short torso. And the great thing about October, well, 2 great things. One is the sizing is so true to size. It's not like the big 4 where sometimes it comes out huge, sometimes it's exactly what you wanted, so you need to make the huge one to check. My size in October is my size, and it fits every single time. There is a touch of jeopardy with this being outerwear and a strange fabric. But the other great thing about October in this case, it's not always a plus, but the patterns don't have seam allowance. So if I were sewing a fake fur lining, I would cut it without seam allowances and I think zigzag stitch it together. I don't know. I've read a bit about fake fur. It's not the easiest to sew, I know. To reduce bulk, it does seem like it is recommended to cut it on the seam line. and then I didn't flat join it. There's a word for it. I can't remember it. And I do have a joining foot. So probably, I really want this coat. It will be so useful to me. The other thing that's putting me off, there's a lot of things, is we've talked before about how I'm not that into pockets. And when people are like, oh, this dress pattern has pockets. Oh my God, pockets. I'm like, oh, who needs a pocket? Well, I do on outerwear. I need a pocket. If I go from hot to cold or cold to hot, I am going to get a runny nose. I need a tissue with me at all times. Also, for phone and car keys, I need a pocket with outerwear. I think the pattern has little zip pockets, actually. I do. I'm going to check the pattern. Bear with. Shut the front door. The pattern has zip pockets. Perfect. They're set into a princess seam. So that is ideal, isn't it? Amazing. I'm just opening the instructions page because I need some zips. 2 invisible zips, 4 pockets, 15 centimetre black. I've got some 8-inch ones. 8 inches is 20 centimetres, isn't it? It could work. And I have actually bought the front zip for this. The other thing that was stressing me out, oh my God, there's so many, is like, do I do a binding to finish like the neckline edge? Because that seems kind of bulky, doesn't it? There's a lot going on with this one. But you know what? It's only fabric and I can work it out. I can problem solve. I won't be defeated by 3 zips and some faux fur, maybe. I think we just need to do it. I think in this case, I am going to make a twill from, I'm looking over there, some old sheets I've got. Just to like satisfy myself that we're not way off on the sizing. And it's only a back. The front is a front bit and a princess panel. So like, how long will that take? Yeah, but I'm absolutely thrilled now. I know that there's inseam pockets with a zip with instructions because, yeah, I can definitely follow instructions. Right, oh, I'm excited about this again now, actually. And if I get that bulky, if I get that out of the stash over the winter, that will just be amazing. I'm just going to have a little look through and see if there's anything else I really want to get made up this year. I do have a flannel that I bought to make a cozy warm winter dress. It was from Croft Mill and it's this cute little kind of berry print. What's putting me off, there's always something, is the thought that it would stick to my tights. But you know what? Actually, now I'm feeling it. It's brushed on the outside, but inside it just feels quite cottony. I think that might be okay, you know. Yeah, it's not that sticky. While I've got the pattern out, should I just do another October tunic? Or a nice ruffle, something with a nice ruffle. I've got loads of it. I think that would be useful. We'll see if I've got time. I'm going to get the fabric out. Right, the rest of this is all super summery. Summery, oh, denim. I was thinking about a denim skirt. Wouldn't a denim skirt be useful with some of those tops? It would. It would. Ugh. I have a pattern in mind. Oh, this is gonna. Whoa. Oh. Oh God. I was half joking when I started about being buried under all this fabric, but the sewing machines now actually are buried. I have a pattern in mind for this denim. We're going to call this indigo, so I don't say the navy word again. You'll be amazed, but it's an October pattern. And it's called On Trend. And it just fits me really well. And it's kind of just a basic A-line mini, and I do not think it would be hard at all to just add a placket front. I'm actually going to keep an invisible side seam zip, I think, and the buttons down the front of the denim skirt would just be decorative. So actually I could assemble the placket first, get that all ready, stitch it to another piece of fabric since it's not really functional, and then just cut out the shape, couldn't I? Couldn't I? Oh, but what about the waistband? I need to think about the waistband. Anyway, oh goodness me. Oh, we need a new page. And I didn't write down any of that. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it. I think that's the full list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 items to make in the course of 2-3 months. It's doable. It's very doable. The good news is, I think every single one of these patterns, I've already got the paper pattern cut out. Maybe not the Mandy boat tee, but all of the others, they've already cut out. Right. Ugh. Ugh. Let's not dangle anything else in the coffee. What do you think? Can I do it? What do you think of this blouse tucked in? Got to do something about this elastic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed hearing that stream of consciousness. If you didn't, don't tell me. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.